Nathan Clark, Domination Nation Gym. Fantastic workout I want you to try. Lots of energy coming your way. I took an extra day off and I feel ready to go. Just want to give you a sneak peek. This is actually my workout journal. Just showed you at the beginning. This is some workout inspiration I read every time I come down and work out. Just a couple personal things to show you that I like to do to get me ready, to get me focused. I have a vision board down here I look at all the time that gets me pumped up. So we start the workout with just kind of a warm-up with barbells presses, not a lot of weight on it, just warming up my shoulders. Not really a working set, but more for a warm-up. I like to use the fat grips on this. It feels more natural and more comfortable. I do about 2 to 3 sets of a warm-up. So I'm going to show you a cool giant set for shoulders here to start. This is a lateral raise machine. This is the Med-X lateral raise machine, one of my favorites. You're going to notice the range of motion is significantly superior with this machine than most. So you're going to see I fatigue with 2 arms and then I kind of progress to 1 arm, aiming for about 15 reps per set. Shoulders respond fantastic to very little rest, very high volume, drop sets more than anything else. The next movement is a kneeling lateral raise. This is on the Cybex kneeling lateral raise machine. I love this machine, one of my favorites. If you don't have this, just try dumbbell lateral raises kneeling. Far superior in the kneeling position. You take away any momentum and really isolates the shoulders much better. I'm focusing on trying to squeeze my abs. Again, I'm going from 2 arms to 1 arm when I fatigue on this machine. Great machine. The last 2 movements of this giant set are focused on the rear delts. This is a Nautilus 50-degree chest machine I've kind of turned around for a rear delt raise. I like doing this movement because it really hits my traps and my posterior rear delts. So the last movement of this giant set is reverse pec flies, focusing on the rear delts. You'll notice with this machine, I start with I have 3 different hand positions. I'm going to start with my hands in neutral, and then my hands faced in, and then I actually grab the bars for the last part of the movement. So it's about 15 reps for 3 sets each time. The main idea with this movement is to really squeeze your scapula together to help you really isolate the rear delts. So this is me on my last round. Done 3 rounds of this. Really starting to struggle near the end of each of these movements. I'm only taking about 60 to 75 seconds for rest. Your shoulders will likely be more fatigued and burned than any other giant set you've ever done. Again, hitting this movement, trying to really focus on squeezing my abs and initiate with my shoulders and take out any potential momentum. I like to turn my hands in at the top of this movement. The nice thing with this machine is it gives me the option because the handles do rotate. Really trying to hit it on this last part with the 50-degree Nautilus chest machine to really hit all heads of the rear delt. It's kind of a close-up of the last movement again here, focusing on my scapula, trying to squeeze them together to really focus on the muscle. Most people use way too much weight when they do this particular movement, and so the form really isn't very good. It's really meant to really hit all the back of the shoulders. So here I'm finished the shoulder giant set. I'm doing kind of a special stretch I like to do with the barbell to hold it in the maximum stretch position. And then I'm going to kind of work on flexing and squeezing all the fibers of the shoulder, trying to activate as many fibers as I can. So this is the back portion of the workout. Only got 2 movements here for you. This is the Nautilus pullover, 2ST version. I'm going to superset from underhand grip to the overhand grip. It's a great machine. Unfortunately, a lot of gyms don't have pullover machines. Lots of different movements you can do instead of them. But I find this hits basically the entire back and abs and the serratus anterior muscle. The second part is on this prone extreme row machine. This is a popular machine nowadays. You see in a lot of gyms. It's a great machine because you can hit it from different strength curves. So I'm supersetting from an overhand grip, which really hits the thickness of the back, to a neutral grip, which is going to really work on the width of the back. So I'm looking for 10 reps on each part of this movement. You can see I'm fatiguing quite a bit here, trying to bring my hands to my hips as much as I can to try to really maximize the contraction. Hint your workout carbs. You don't need expensive powder, jelly beans. This is my third and final round with the pullover. You're going to see I'm going to do a drop set in this last set and really try to hold the stretch position for 15 to 20 seconds. It's excruciatingly painful, but very, very effective. This is me hitting the last few reps on my last set of the row machine, trying to get as much as I can, as much range of motion when I'm fatigued. I like to spend about a minute to a minute and a half trying to contract and flex my lats after my last set. You'll see me, I use a band sometimes to help me. I'm trying to, again, activate all the fibers, particularly in the shortened range as much as I can, bringing my elbows as far back as I can while squeezing my back. So the next part of the workout is chest. This is a 30-degree Flex Fitness Pec Fly machine. Really love this machine because it doesn't rely on fatigue in the forearms, as sometimes happens with the regular fly machine, and it's really a great isolator of the chest. So I'm actually just doing one drop set of this, as many as I can, drop the weight as many as I can, I'm trying to hold a stretch in between these, so I'm really stretching out the fibers of my pec and really getting them fired up for the next two movements that you'll see. Again, just a fantastic machine. Okay, the next two movements are going to show you working the pec from the fully lengthened position to the fully contracted position. The first movement you saw there was the hammer strength wide chest. Now this is me doing a squeeze press with some plates at the end of a bench. Again, in this particular movement, I'm trying to contract and squeeze, just pushing the plates together with my hands, not even really focusing on moving my arms. I'm just letting my pecs do all the work. You'll notice an intense contraction if you do this particular movement. This really teaches you to create a mind-muscle connection with all your pec fibers. You can bench all the weight you want, but your chest will never grow until you can create that mind-muscle connection. That's what most people have trouble with body parts that don't grow. I love this machine. You can see I'm actually stretched down, and I'm kind of sitting out from the machine and really making the bar go right along the fibers of my pectoral. Really hitting this from the stretch position.
Oh my goodness! Give me a little bit of chest fibers, just like totally expanding all the myostatin and the actin, kind of just stretching.
This is the last of the three sets. I take about 50 to 60 seconds rest. This is just intense. Again, you're just focusing on squeezing every last fiber of the pec as hard as you possibly can, and really maximizing the pump and the contraction. I flex for about 2 minutes after this as hard as I can, contracting in and out, trying to squeeze the pecs as hard as I absolutely can. Your pecs will absolutely grow if you do this.
That's good.
Last part of the workout will hit arms. This is the negative accentuated chin up. I'm trying to hold this for 45 to 60 seconds. This is a great exercise that not many people do anymore, but it's fantastic way to hit it. And this is me doing hammer curls with a cable machine. Again, notice I'm using 2 ropes, trying to keep my arms at the correct carry angle. Most people, you can't really do this correctly with just 1 rope, so I use 2 ropes instead to keep my arms at about 10 to 15 degrees externally rotated to create the proper carry angle. Hammer curls are fantastic for really getting the thickness of your arms up. This shows you again me in my third and last set. You'll notice I've got another bar at my forearm level. It makes this movement a lot harder. It's focusing just on the bicep. And this is me hitting my last set with the hammer curls. Trying for about 14 to 15 reps. The arms respond better for me, in particular when I have higher reps with strict form rather than more weight with really poor half rep type form. Last movement I'll show you here is just some skull crushers with a barbell. Easy bar works great. Behind the neck to a fully stretched to a fully contracted position. My triceps are getting plenty of stimulation by this point, so I didn't need a lot. But this is a great way to finish the workout.
I feel great, guys. That's a fantastic workout. The idea is to push it to a limit, but not too far, depending on how your body feels. Lots of great workouts to come. Like, share, and comment below on things you want to see. Comments you have, other things that you do instead of what I did. Kind of did it a strategic way because my other upper body workout is designed the exact opposite as far as sequence of which body part to hit first, which exercises to do. You want to hit it from the lengthened position, full in the contracted position, and the mid-range position. So there's definitely a science behind it. Stay tuned for my workout plan to show you exactly how to periodize your workouts to get the most benefit. Thanks for watching.